Guys, subscribe my channel IG Tech Team to learn about technology and coding, and then press bell icon so that you can get daily notification.
Hello guys, how are you? So welcome to my channel IG Tech Team. I am going to explain OpenCV in this video. I will cover every topics and projects related to OpenCV. In the right side of your screen, you may see the agenda of this video. Once you complete this video, you will know everything about OpenCV. So guys, without any delay, let's start. So guys, what is OpenCV? If you want to do any project in Python or machine learning, you will definitely go through this term OpenCV. Guys, OpenCV is nothing but an open source computer vision. Yes, this is library used for computer vision in machine learning, and I hope you know about computer vision. Computer vision is a field of AI. In simple terms, it means what computer can understand by looking particular images or videos, or how computers see that digital images or videos to extract information from those videos or images and so on. I want to show you one example. Look at this picture. Since you are human beings, you can see the picture showing about well decorated room, and it contains television, sofa, glasses like this. But how computer read the images? How computer know the picture is showing about well decorated room? How it knows there are television, sofa and glasses? So this is computer vision. We want that computer should also identify what the picture is actually about. So for that purpose, we use OpenCV. But you may have one question, is this possible? Yes, it is. Computers see this image in matrix form. I will move to this later. And one thing guys, the image showing in front of you is RGB image. So what is RGB image? RGB image is nothing but colored image. If you are familiar with WWE, these two persons are Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. But I am not here to explain WWE, so take this picture as only RGB image. R means red, G means green and B means blue. Don't get confused when someone say what is BGR image, because RGB and BGR both are same. Here you have to understand very important point. RGB image has 3 layer or 3 channel. So if you want to know the size of this image, you have to multiply row, multiply column, multiply layer, and RGB image has dimension 3. Suppose the size of this image is 400 by 620, means 400 row and 620 column. You have to multiply by 3 to get the size of image, and dimension is 3 since it is RGB image. RGB image has lot of complexity, so you have to convert RGB image into grayscale image. So what is grayscale image? Grayscale image is not a colored image. I hope you have found the difference between RGB image and grayscale image. Grayscale image has only one layer or one channel. So if you want to know the size of this image, you have to multiply only row and column, and the dimension of this image is 2 only. So if this image is 400 by 620 pixel, then you don't have to multiply by 3, just like in RGB image. And also the dimension reduces from 3 to 2. So you have to convert RGB image to grayscale image. Why? RGB has 3 channel but grayscale has only 1 channel. Dimension of RGB image is 3 but dimension of grayscale image is only 2. Now we have also another type of image called binary image. Binary image has only 2 color called black and white. So you can call binary images black and white image. Similarly, as a grayscale image, binary image has a layer 1 and the dimension of binary image is 2. Now guys, I will do some code. So I open Jupyter notebook. You can use any terminal you like. And you have to install one package called OpenCV Python first. So I will go to command prompt and then I will install pip install opencv python and then press enter. I have already installed this package, or also you can install pip install opencv contrib python. If you need only main models, you can install opencv python, and if you need both main and contrib models, you can install opencv contrib python. Don't think so much. I think installing any one model is sufficient for you. Now I will open Jupyter Notebook. I will make one folder in desktop. OpenCV. And then I will go to my desktop and then OpenCV folder. Now I will make one Python 3 file here, new and Python 3. You can use any terminal. This is Jupyter Notebook. I will rename this page as OpenCV. OpenCV. Now I will import CV. Import CV2. So my OpenCV library is successfully imported. So guys, how to read an image? Suppose I have one image in the same folder OpenCV. I will load this image in my Jupyter Notebook page. Now I will write cv2.imread and then my image name img.jpg. So you can see here my image name is img and it is of type jpg file. And then I will assign this to same img. And then I will show my image, so cv2.imshow, and then one title, suppose how to read an image, and then I have to pass same this parameter or this variable img, so img, and then I have to write cv2.wait_key. So what is this wait key means, and I will pass 0 parameter over here. I will explain this later, don't worry guys. Now I will write cv2.destroy all window. Destroy all windows. This first line of code reads our image. This second line of our code display our image. And this third line of code means if I press any key from keyboard, then only it executes next line of code which destroy my all window. So first of all I will execute this code, shift enter. You can see here it display my image, and then if I press any key from keyboard, then only this fourth line of code will be executed and it will destroy my this window. So if I press any key, suppose J from keyboard, okay, it destroy my window. So this two line of code means if I press any key from keyboard, then it should destroy my window. Now I will copy this code, Ctrl C, and then paste here, Ctrl V. And suppose I will write 5000 here. 5000 means 5000 millisecond, means 5 seconds. This means after 5 seconds it will automatically destroy my window. So I will execute this code, shift enter. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So this means after 5 seconds it will destroy my window. So this is in millisecond. 5000 millisecond means 5 seconds. So after 5 seconds it will destroy my window. Now guys, suppose I will copy this two line of code, Ctrl C, and I will paste here, Ctrl V. Now I will open one infinity loop. infinite loop while true, and then I will pass cb2 dot wait key suppose 1 means 1 millisecond, and I will use if condition here. If cb2 dot wait key 1 equals to 13. So what is this? Means 13, and I will write here break, and then cb2 dot destroy all window. Guys, 13 is the ASCII character of enter value. So if I press enter from keyboard, then only it will destroy my window. So 13 is the ASCII value of enter. Now I will execute this code, shift enter. Now if I press any key from keyboard, it will not destroy my window, but if I press enter, then it will destroy my window, because 13 is the ASCII value of enter. Now I will again copy this code, Ctrl C, and then I will paste here Ctrl V. And if I write here 27, so what is 27? Guys, 27 is the ASCII value of escape, ESC escape. Now I will execute this code, shift enter. Now if I press enter, it will not execute my code, or it will not destroy my code, but if I press escape, it will destroy my window. I hope you are getting me. Now again I will paste here Ctrl B, and I will remove this code. And if I write here suppose ORD order, and I will pass Q here. I can pass anything, A, B, C, but I will pass Q here. This odd Q means if I press Q from keyboard, then only it will destroy my window. Now I will execute this code, shift enter, and I will press Q, then it will destroy my window. So this is the case. Wait key 0 means if I press any key from keyboard, it will destroy my window. Wait key 5000 means after 5 seconds it will automatically destroy my window. And wait key 1 equals to 13 means if I press enter from keyboard, it will destroy my window. And wait key 1 equals to 27 means if I press escape key from keyboard, it will automatically destroy my window. And last is if I press Q from keyboard, it will destroy my window. Now guys, next topic, getting the shape of image. My image is stored in this img, so I will simply write img.shape, shift enter. So there are 400 rows, 620 column, and 3 is the layer or channel. Since it is RGB image, it has 3 layer. Now I will convert this image to grayscale image. So converting my image to grayscale image. First of all, I will read my image. I will write gray equals to cb2.imread, and I have to pass my image name img.jpg, and then I will write cb2.imshow. I will destroy my image. Sorry, I will display my image as my grayscale image, SCAL grayscale image, and I will pass this gray here, and then I will write cb2.wait key, wait capital K, and I will pass 0 over here, and then cb2.destroy all windows, small d, capital A, and capital W. So this is the same code as above, but I'm going to convert my image to grayscale image, so I have to pass 0 over here, 0. So if I pass 1 means RGB image, and 0 means grayscale image. Now I will execute this code, shift enter. So this is my grayscale image. It is not colored image. And then if I press any key from keyboard, it will destroy my window. So this is my grayscale image. and I would like to see the shape of grayscale image. Since grayscale image has layer 1, so my size of image is 400 by 620 only. So I will write gray dot shape, shift enter. So this is my size of grayscale image. RGB image has 3 layer, but grayscale image has only 1 layer. So this is the difference. And also I can see the dimension of image. I will see the dimension of RGB image. So img dot shape, img dot ndim. I have to write img dot ndim, means n dimensional, shift enter. So RGB image is dimension 3 and grayscale images dot ndim 2 dimension. So this is the difference between RGB image and grayscale image. Now I will write another method to convert your image to grayscale image. So what is another method? This is the first method, to pass a 0 parameter over here. And next method, I will write gray equals to cb2.cbt color, capital C color. I will pass my RGB image, and then I will write cb2.color underscore bgr to gray. So this is another method to convert our RGB image to grayscale image. Gray equals to cb2.cbt color. I will pass RGB, means RGB image, and then I have to use cb2.color bgr to gray method. And then I will display my image cb2.imso grayscale image, and I will pass the same gray, and then I will write weight capital key. I will pass 0 parameter, and I will destroy my window, destroy all So if I press any key from keyboard, it will destroy my window, shift enter. So this is the another method to convert our RGB image to grayscale image. And if I press any key from keyboard, it will automatically destroy my window. Now guys, another topic, converting grayscale image to binary image. So I have already explained about binary image. Binary image means black and white image. I have to use threshold here, so cb2.threshold, threshold, and I will pass my gray image, and I will pass thresh value. I will explain it, don't worry. 150, and I have to pass maximum value 255, and then I will use cb2.thresh binary. This is the method of threshold, thresh binary, ARY. It will return 2 value, so I will write here RET and binary, BINARY. This will return in tuple. So I hope you know about tuple. So this is return value, and this is binary image. We have nothing to do with this RET, but we will use this binary image. This 150 means if our pixel value is less than or equal to 150, it will display black, else it will display white. And this 255 is the maximum pixel value. So you can change this value. I will write here 150 is the thresh value, thresh value, and 255 is the maximum pixel value. And then I will display my image cb2.imso. I will give name as binary image, and I will pass same binary. And then I will use cb2.weight key 0 and cb2.destroy all windows, INDOWS. Now if I press shift enter, so this is my binary image. This is black and white image, If I press any key from keyboard, it will destroy my window. I can change this parameter value. Suppose 125. Shift enter. Okay. You can change any thresh value over there. Now guys, I am again in my slideshow. How can you resize your image? Resizing means changing your rows and columns. Suppose I have this image and I want to reduce the size of this image to half. So after I reduce this image to half, my image looks like this. You can see the number of rows and columns have been decreased. While you are involving in any Python project, it's very important to deal with the size of your image. So you have to learn how can you resize your image. And the next is translate your image. Translation means making your image to or moving your image to other part in your frame. So you can see the translated image in the right side of your screen. You can see your frame is same, but your starting and ending position of your image have been changed. And the next is rotation of your image. Rotation means I hope you know about rotation. It takes angle, means how much angle to rotate. Suppose I want to rotate this image by 90 degree. Then my rotated image looks like this, showing in your right side of screen. You can rotate your image by any degree, 30, 60, 90, 120 and so on. Now again I will do some code. So I will open Jupyter notebook. So how can we resize our image? I will write resize equals to cb2 dot I will use resize method, sizt resize, and I will pass my RGB image, and then I will define rows and column 300 by 300 suppose, and then I will display my image imso. I will write resized image, resized image, and then I will pass same resize, and then as usual cb2.wait key 0, and then cb2.destroy all windows. It will resize my image to this dimension, 300 by 300 pixel. Now I will execute this code. Okay, this is my resized image. I will press any key from keyboard, it will destroy my window. But it is not the best way to resize our image. So what is the best method? I will show you. First of all, I will see the shape of image, img.shape, and then I will write resize equals to cb2.resize. I will pass my same RGB image, and then now I will use img.shape and index of 1, because 400 is image shape 0 and 620 is image shape 1. It is in 0 index, it is in 1 index. So I have to pass image.shape 1 divide by 2. I want to reduce this image to half, and then I will write image.shape, not here, image.shape zero index divided by 2. So I want to reduce my image to half. So I have to pass this 620 divided by 2 and then this 400 divided by 2. So I should write like this, and then I have to change this floating value to integer. So I have to write int here, integer of this, and then integer of this. This division result in float value or decimal value. So I have to convert this value to integer, and then I will show my image imso as a resized image, and then I will pass same resize. As usual, I will write wait key I will pass 0 parameter, and then cv2 dot destroy all windows. Shift enter. Sorry. Net style get x format, but argument is not tuple, so it is not tuple. This should be my tuple. Okay, I have to pass parenthesis over here and here, because the tuple should be this form inside parenthesis, suppose 2, 3 like this. So I have to write a parenthesis over here, and then I hope it will work. Shift enter. cv2 dot imso. I have to pass one more parameter over here, and then shift enter. Okay, so this is my resized image. My image resized to half, resized by half. So this is the best method to resize your image. First of all, you have to identify your shape of image, and then you can either reduce your image, either increase your image, means increase your size of image. Now if I press any key, it will destroy my window. Again I will copy this image, Ctrl C, and then I will paste over here, Ctrl B. Instead of divide sign, I will write multiply here, also here multiply. And if I press shift enter, you can see here size of image will be doubled. And if I press any key, it should destroy my window. So this is how you can resize your image. Now guys, next topic, how can we translate our image? I will first write height equals to HEIGST, height equals to, I write img dot shape, shape, and my first index is my height, so I will pass 0 over here, and then I will write width equals to img dot shape, my one index is my width, and then I will write quarter height. Quarter height means divide by 4, GST quarter y height, and QRT quarter width. I have to write height, HIGST, okay, height divided by 4, and then width divided by 4. Now we have one formula to translate our image, so I will write this formula. Suppose we have a T as a translation matrix, then we have formula like 1 0 translation of x, and then 0 1 translation of y, where T is our translation matrix, Tx is our width, and Ty is our height. I hope you have read about this translation matrix in calculus, math, any other subject. And then I have to write T equals to np dot float 32. So I have to import first numpy over here, import numpy as np. I hope you have read about numpy. If not, you can check numpy video in my channel. Now I will write, since numpy is in 2-dimensional array, OpenCV means you have to use numpy in any case to see the result while you use OpenCV library. So it is 2-dimensional array. I will write 2 square bracket over here, and then 1, 0, and then I have to pass quarter width, width, and then 0 1, and then I have to pass quarter height. And guys, one thing, we use warp affine, AFINE, warp affine transformation, MATION transformation to shift our image. Don't worry, I will explain to you. I will simply write first translate equals to cb2 dot, we will use warp affine, small WARP AFFINE, warp affine IMG. I will pass my RGB image and then translation vector, and then I have to pass a real width and height. So guys, this is my height, this is my width, and this is my quarter height and quarter width. Quarter means divide by 4, and this is my formula to translate my image, and then I have applied this formula in coding. So this is the way to write my translation vector, and then I have used warp affine formula. Translate equals to cb2 dot warp affine means I have to use warp affine to translate my image or to shift my image. And then as usual, I have to display my image, IMSO image translation, and then I have to pass same translate, and then I will use weight key, capital K, and then I will destroy my window, all windows. Now I will execute this code, so shift enter. You can see here my image is being shifted or translated from year to year. So this is the translation matrix or translation formula. You can translate your image by using warp affine transformation, and if I press any key from keyboard, it should destroy my window. So this is how you can convert your, or you can translate your image. You have to know this formula, and other are similar. Now guys, how can we rotate our image? Rotate our image. I will find my height equals to img dot shape 0, and then width equals to img dot shape, my width is in 1 index. And for rotation I have to use one method called get rotation matrix 2D. So I will write rotation matrix equals to cv2 dot get rotation matrix 2D, 2 dimension 2D, and I have to pass my width and height in tuple. So inside parenthesis I will write width and height, and then I will rotate my image to 90 degree, and 0.5 I will pass 0.5. this is scale factor. So here I will write one comment here, 90 is the degree of rotation and 0.5 is the scaling factor. If you press if you put your cursor over here, and if you press shift tab, you can see center, angle and scale. So you can see your parameter from by typing shift plus tab from keyboard. And then I will write rotation equals to, I will use same warp affine, WRP AFFINE warp affine. I will pass my real image and then matrix, rotation matrix, MATRIS rotation matrix, and then I have to pass my width and height. So guys, this is my height, this is my width. I need rotation matrix to rotate my image. So this is the method get rotation matrix 2D. I have to pass width and height, and then this is my angle to rotate my image by 90 degree, and this is my scale factor. You can change this value also, and then this is my warp FN function. I have used warp FN function before, so same like that I have used here also. And this is my real image, my RGB image, and this is my rotation matrix from here, and this is my width and height. And as usual, I have to write cb2.imso to display my image. Imso, I have to write image rotation. Any title you like, rotation, and then I have to pass rotation. This rotation, this one, and then I have to write cb2.weight key 0, and then cb2.destroy all windows. Shift enter. Okay, what is this? I will see it. So this is my height, this is my width, this is my rotation matrix, get rotation matrix, width, height, rotation, warp FN image rotation matrix, width, height. Okay, this is all correct. I think I have to write divide by 2 here. Okay, so this is my rotation matrix or rotation image, and if I press any key from keyboard, it will destroy my window. So when I write divide by 2 here and divide by 2 here, suppose if I print this rotation matrix, you can see here print rotation matrix matrix, and I will do comment this code. I will do comment, and then if I press shift enter, you can see here. So this is my rotation matrix, and I have to divide width and height by 2, or so that my image will be in center. Now again I will execute this code. I will remove this code, shift enter. You can see here my image will start from this position, width divided by 2 and height divided by 2. So I have to write like this, and if I do like suppose if I write divide by 3 and also divide by 3, and if I press shift enter, I have to first close this window. You can see here this is my center where to start my image. So you have to note this point, but I will write divide by 2, divide by 2, and divide by 2 means it is center position, shift enter. Okay, this is my rotated image. Guys, I am again in my slideshow, and now I am going to explain about OpenCV webcam. This is the most interesting and also important topic in OpenCV Python. First of all, what is webcam? You can see two webcam in your screen. One is external and another is internal. External means you have webcam that is not by default in your laptop, and internal means your webcam that is presented in your computer or laptop. If you want to use either internal or external webcam, you have to change only one parameter in your code. If you want to use internal camera that is already in your laptop, you have to first import cb2 library as usual, and then you have to open your internal camera by writing cb2.video capture, and you have to pass 0 as a parameter. But if you want to use your external camera, you have to pass 1 as a parameter. So this is the difference. 0 means internal camera and 1 means external camera. Don't confuse in this point. And guys, one thing, if you don't get understand in any point or in any moment, please do comment. I will reply as soon as possible. And guys, like this video, subscribe my channel. Guys, your one click on subscribe button motivate me to bring such type of video. Keep supporting me guys, and share this video to your friends who are interested in technology and coding like PHP, Python, C, C++, Java, machine learning and data science, Wi-Fi related knowledge, IT course and many more. So guys, help me. Okay, now back to the slide. Once you open your webcam, you must have to close it. If you don't close your camera, you may get error, or maybe you have to sleep your camera or even shut down. So guys, don't forget to close your webcam once you open it. To close your camera, you have to write cap.release. And what is this cap means? I have loaded my camera in cap. So you can write any name over here. I have written short form of capture, that is cap. So you can write any name here. And then you have to write dot release to close your camera. And to read an image, you have to write cap dot read. It will return two value, rate and frame. Rate is return value or boolean value. If your camera is able to read an image, rate will be 1, and if not, rate will be 0. And what is frame? Frame is nothing but your matrix of your image. So you have to write cap.read to read your image. And next is, how can we detect face from image? You may have seen in the right side of your screen an image. So how can you detect face from image? We have to use Har Cascade Frontal Face Default Classifier. This is XML file. Don't worry guys, you can find this XML file very easily. I will explain this later. And then you have to use detect multi-scale method to find the coordinates. So what is detect multi-scale method? You can see the image in the right side of your screen, and also you can see the coordinates x, y, w, s in the face. To detect face and to draw rectangle over face, your algorithm must have certain coordinates. So you can get x, y, w, s coordinates from this detect multi-scale method. If you don't get understand, don't worry guys, I will do code later and you will be clear about this. I hope you get understand 50% from this slide and 50% from coding part, and then you get 100% understanding as a total. This is my aim. And next, how can you detect face from live videos? So first of all, what is the difference between images and videos? Guys, pause this video and give me the answer in the comment below. Okay, now I explain about images and videos. I hope you have commented below. Guys, video is a collection of images. It is nothing but a multiple images showing very fast. I would like to give you one demo. So video means multiple images. So guys, see here, this is one image, and if I press key from my keyboard, you can see here. So guys, it seems two person has pushed whatever to the left and right, but this is my single image and I have only changed the position of an image. So if this frame changes very fastly, you feel this is video. So video is nothing but a collection of huge number of images. Now guys, I am again in my Jupyter notebook and I will explain about OpenCV webcam. Means I will write code now. Capture image using webcam. First of all, I will import CV2 and then I will import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. I have made separate video of matplotlib. I hope you have watched it. If not, you can watch matplotlib in my machine learning and data science playlist. Now I will write matplotlib inline. It is not compulsory, you can write this line of code or not. Matplotlib inline makes your image visible. And then I will open my camera. Cap is equals to cv2 dot video capture, capital V POC, capital APTURE, and I have to pass 0 if I use internal camera, and I have to pass 1 if I use external camera. I will use external camera, so I will pass 1 over here. And then I will write read frame equals to cap.read. I will read my image and then I will plot my image plt.show, not show, imshow, plt.imshow. I will show my frame. So this is my image. So I will display this image plt.imsoframe, and then I will write title over here, my first image captured, and then final code plt.show. Since I have opened my camera, I must have to close it, so I will simply write cap.release in the last. So guys, first I have imported cb2 library and then matplotlib.pyplot to plot my image, and then I have opened my camera, I have read my camera, I would like to display my frame, and then this is my title and this is the final code to show my image in the same page, and it will release my camera or close my camera. Now I will execute this code, shift enter. So this is my first image being captured. In this way you can capture your image. I hope you are getting me. So this is the line of code to open my camera and this is the code to close my camera, and between this I have used this matplotlib function. Means this is the I have used a plt from this matplotlib, you can see here, and then this is the all previous code. I have explained this in matplotlib video, and I have successfully captured my images. And then guys, how can we detect face from image? How can we detect face from image? I will first import cv2, and then I have to use har cascade frontal face. This XML file, I have to use har cascade frontal face default. So where is it? You can find this XML file in the description below. I will paste this link in the description, so you can copy har cascade frontal face default, this XML file. You can click on this XML file. So this is my XML file. To download this file I have to click on raw, this raw, and then right click on this page, save as, save in the same folder. In my case it is OpenCV, so I will open CV, means I will open this folder and then I will save. And guys, one thing, we can also find this XML file in your computer, from your computer. So where is it? When you download or install install OpenCV Python, this XML file will automatically stored in your laptop. So where is it? So to get har cascade frontal face default, you can go to your local disk C, and then users, and then main users. In my case it is Ishwar Gautam, so I will open this folder, and then app data, and then local, and then programs. And then Python 3.7. In your case it might be other version, you have to click on Python version, and then lib, and then side packages, and then cv2, finally data. So you can see here your har cascade frontal face default is stored in this path, or you can find any classifier here, har cascade Ismail, har cascade eyeglasses, frontal cat face. You can find lower body, profile face, you can find any classifier over here. So this is the path. You can find a classifier in this path, or you can simply download har cascade frontal face default from my description, from my video description. So if you go through my description, you have to click on raw and download this XML file, or from this path you can simply copy this XML file and you can paste in the same file, same OpenCV file where you have done code. So simply copy this file and paste in the same folder. So you have two options to get this XML file. Now guys, I will use the same classifier. I will write cascade equals to cv2.cascade classifier, CLASSIFIR cascade classifier, and I will pass same har cascade frontal face default .xml. So I have to use this XML file to detect my face. Now guys, I will use this image 2. I will open this image. I will use this image to detect face. So I will write img equals to cv2.imread img2.jpg, and then I have to convert this RGB image into grayscale image because RGB image has a lot of complexity. So I have to write gray equals to cv2.cbt color, OLOR color. I have to pass my RGB image, and then cv2.color color BGR to gray. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I have to use the detect multi-scale method to find the coordinates. So I will write faces equals to cascade, this cascade you can see here, cascade dot detect multi-scale. I have to pass gray image, and then I have to define scale factor and then minimum neighbors, suppose 6. You can pass any parameter over here. Suppose I will pass 5 here, and you can pass anything here, 1.03 or 1.02 or 1.01. You can pass any parameter over here. This is scale factor and this is minimum neighbors. So what is scale factor and minimum neighbors? Guys, scale factor is the ratio of their corresponding side. Scale factor of 1.01 or 1.03 means to decrease the shape value by 3% until the face is found. And minimum neighbor means how much minimum distance your webcam find your face. So this means minimum neighbors. And then I will write for x, y, w, h. I can get this x, y, w, h coordinate from this method detect multi-scale. So I have to write for x, y, w, h in faces. These faces. You can see here for x, y, w, h in these faces, I have to draw rectangle over this face. So I have got x, y, w, h coordinates from this detect multi-scale method, and then I have to use this coordinate to draw rectangle over this face. And I have detected this face from har cascade frontal face default. I have used this classifier to detect face, and then I have used this detect multi-scale method to find the coordinates. Now I have one work remain to draw rectangle over this face. Now I will do means I will draw rectangle over this face. So for x, y, w, h in faces, I will write img equals to cv2 dot, I will use rectangle method to draw rectangle, and I will pass my real image, my RGB image, and then I have to pass coordinates, x, y coordinates, and then x plus w and y plus h coordinates. So I have to pass coordinates of this side and this side, x, y, and x plus w and y plus h. And then I will define color, BGR color, so 0, 255, 0. This means B, this means G, this means R, means it is green color. And then I will write thickness of border, suppose 2. I have to pass thickness of border, so this means thickness. and finally I will show my image cb2.imshow. One title, suppose face detection, and then I will write img, means I have to pass my real image, RGB image, and then as usual I have to write wait key 0 and then cb2.destroy all windows, all windows. Okay, so this is the code to open my R Cascade frontal face default classifier, and I have loaded my image to this image, and then I have converted my image to grayscale image, and then I have used detect multi-scale method to find the coordinates, these XWH coordinates, and then I have to do a rectangle over faces, and then finally I have display my image, and if I press any key from my keyboard it will destroy my window. So shift enter. Okay, what is this? This is face, this is face, all these are face, this is not face, this is not face. So I have to change scale factor and minimum neighbor value. I will destroy this window, and I can play this value, this minimum neighbors, and sorry, this scale factor and this minimum neighbor. Suppose I will pass 1.03 scale factor and 6 minimum neighbors, and if I press shift enter, now this is perfect. So you can change your scale factor value and a minimum neighbors value. So scale factor and a minimum neighbor plays major role. You can see here, this is face, this is face, this is also face, and this is face, this is face. Our face is not visible. So in this way you can detect any face. Now if I press any key from keyboard, it will destroy my window. So you have to change this value, scale factor and minimum neighbors, to get accuracy. I will write a definition of scale factor and minimum neighbor over here because this is very important factor. Scale factor is the ratio of their corresponding side, and then scale factor of 1.03 means to decrease the shape value by 3% until the face is found, and then minimum neighbors, NAGSBO, means how much minimum distance your webcam find your face. So you can change this value, and you can put here 1.0, 1.03, 05, 06, 1.1, and here you can write 4, 5, 6, 7 like this. So this is how you can detect face from image. So this is very easy. And the next topic, how can we detect face from live video? So this is from image and this is from video. So how can we detect face from live video? As I have said earlier, video is nothing but a collection of images showing very fast. I will import my cb2 library, and then I will open my camera, cb2.video capture, capital V, video capture, capture. 0 means internal camera, 1 means external camera, and then I will use infinite loop. Inside this I will read my image equals to cap.read, and then I will use my classifier, same classifier, cb2 dot cascade classifier, and I have to pass R cascade SAARCASCADR cascade frontal face default .xml, and then I have to convert my image into grayscale image. cb2.cbt color. I have to pass my frame now. Here I have passed my image, but now my image is frame, so I have to pass frame over here, and then I have to write cb2.color bgr to gray, and then I will write detect multi-scale method cascade.detect multi-scale. I have to pass grayscale image here, and then minimum neighbors. Suppose I will pass same as previous. 1.03 means scale factor and 6 means minimum neighbors, and then I will write for x, y, wh in faces. So I will get coordinates from this detect multi-scale method. So for x, y, wh in faces, I will write frame equals to cb2.rectangle rectangle, and I will pass my frame, and I have to pass coordinates x, y coordinate, and x plus w and y plus h, and then I will define color green color 0 255 0, and then thicknesses same thickness 2, and then I will show my image cb2.imshow. I will write face detection from video, and I have to pass same frame. And now if cb2.weight key 1 equals 13 means 13 is the ASCII character of enter. So if I press enter, it will destroy my window. Means if I press enter, I will go from this from infinite loop. Means I will go from this infinite loop and it will destroy my window. So I have to write cb2.destroy all windows. But guys, since I have opened my camera, I must have to close it. So I will write here not here, cap.release LEISE. So this is my infinite loop. I have not used infinite loop in this image, but I have to use infinite loop in this video because video is a collection of images. So in 1 millisecond I have continuously changed my frame, so I have to use infinite loop over here. So first I have opened my external camera. You can write a 0 over here to use your internal camera, and I have read my image. I have used R cascade frontal face default classifier, and then I have changed my image to grayscale image, means RGB image to grayscale image, and then I have used detect multi-scale method to find coordinates x, y, w, h, and then I have used this cb2.rectangle method to draw a boundary over my face. Finally I have shown my image, and if I press enter, it should break from this infinite loop, and then it will release my camera, means close my camera, and it will destroy my all window. Now if I press shift enter, so guys, you can see my camera or face in my camera, and there is boundary over my face. So if I move here and there, my rectangle is also moved. So guys, this is how you can detect your face from live video. And if I press any key from keyboard, or sorry, if I press enter from keyboard, it will destroy my window. So this is very easy guys. You can detect your face from live video. What is the difference between this line of cell, this line of code, and this line of code? I haven't used infinite loop over here, but I have used infinite loop over here, and I have passed same frame that is read from my camera. So this is it guys. It is very easy. do comment. If you don't get understand, I will reply as soon as possible. Now guys, next topic, how to detect eye. Okay, eye from image. Now I have to use another classifier. You can get this classifier from my video description. So you can see here rcascade.eye.xml. I will open this. And to download this XML file, you have to click on raw. And then right click on this page, save as, save this XML file in the same location, same folder. So OpenCV, it is in my desktop. So I will save this classifier. Or you can find this XML file in the same path that I have shown before. You have to go to your local disk C, and then users, and then main users, and then app data, and then local, and then you have to go to programs, and then Python version, and then lib, site packages, cb2, final data. So you can find rcascade eye XML file from this path also. So you can either simply copy this file, or you can simply download this XML file from description, video description. Now guys, I will import CV2. And one thing guys, where is our eye? Our eye is in our face. So instead of searching eye in whole image, we can search eye in only face. It will increase accuracy in code. So I have to use both classifier, rcascade frontal face default and rcascade eye. So I will write face cascade equals to cv2 dot cascade classifier, and I have to pass HARCASCAD cascade frontal 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 face default dot XML, and then also I have to use eye cascade equals to cv2 dot cascade classifier. I have to pass rcascade eye dot XML, and then I will open my camera, cb2 dot video capture, 0 for internal, 1 for external, and then I will open infinite loop, TRUE. So this is my image. So I will not open infinite loop, and also I will not open camera because I will detect image, detect eye from my image. I will load my image, img equals to cb2.imread, and then I will use same image, img2.jpg, and then I will convert my image into grayscale image, cbt color, COLOR color. I will pass RGB image, and then cb2.color BGR to gray, and then I will use detect multi-scale method, face cascade. I have to use face cascade dot detect multi-scale. I have to pass gray image over here, and then this is scale factor, and this is minimum neighbors, and then for XYWH W ears in same faces. I have to find my eye in faces. So I have to write eyes equals to eye cascade. Eye cascade. I have used eye cascade over here. So eye cascade dot detect multi-scale. SCALE. My aim is to find eye in the face. So I have written over here eye cascade dot detect multi-scale, and then I have to pass only face over here. So first of all, I will crop my face. I will crop my face from this image also, and this also from grayscale image. So I will write region of interest. ROI means region of interest, gray color. I have to write gray, this same image GRY gray, and I have to write Y from Y to Y plus H, and then X to X plus W. So this is only my face. So this will crop my face, and also I will crop my face from RGB image. So region of interest from my image means RGB image. I will write IMG from Y to Y plus H, and then X to X plus W. Here I have to pass grayscale image, ROI gray, because I will find my eye from grayscale image. Grayscale image is less complexity than RGB image, but when I display my image, I will use this image, means this ROI image. I will explain this later, don't worry. And then I have to write for X, Y, W, S in eyes. Since I have already written X, Y, W, H in faces, so I will write EX, EY, EW, and EH in eyes. I will draw rectangle. Rectangle, region of interest, IMG. Now I will draw rectangle in my real image, means in my RGB image. And then I have to pass same EX, EY, and then EX plus EW, and then EY plus EH. And this is my green color, 0 to 155 0, and then thickness is suppose 2. Also I can define any other color. Suppose I will write 255 over here and a 0 over here. This means blue color. Finally I will display my image. So cb2.imshow eye detection, and then real image. I have to pass my real image, cb2.wet key 0, and then cb2.destroy all windows. So first of all, I have imported my two classifier, R cascade frontal face default and R cascade eye, and then I have read my image in img2.jpg. I have converted my image real RGB image to grayscale image, and then I have used detect multi-scale method to find coordinates of face. So for X or WH in faces, I will crop my face from my gray image in my RGB image, and then I will use a grayscale image to detect my coordinates of eye, and then I will use these coordinates to draw rectangle over my eyes, and I will draw rectangle in my RGB image. So finally I will display my image IMG, and then if I press any key from keyboard, it will display my window. Now if I press shift enter, you can see here this is very accurate. Since he have used goggle, his eyes is not detected, or eyes is only one detected, and or both eyes are being detected, is one eye or one eye, and or eye is not visible. So guys, this is very accurate. Or you can change your scale factor and minimum neighbors to change your output. So guys, In this way you can detect your eye. If I press any key from keyboard, it should destroy my window. So I have used both R Cascade frontal face default or R Cascade eye. If I don't use this R Cascade frontal face default, then possibly it will detect some other part. Suppose this part, this part, this part is eye, but I will detect my eye from my face. So I have used both face classifier and eye classifier. And then I have converted my image to grayscale image. So this is my coordinates. So all are same. I have used XYWS coordinates of faces, and then this XYWS is the coordinates of faces, and EX, EY, EWS, ES is the coordinates of eye. So I will draw rectangle over my eyes, not over my face. So this is the difference. Now guys, next topic, how to detect eye from video. So guys, I will write my code very fast. Face cascade, I will use my face cascade classifier cb2.cascadeclassifier, and then I will pass HARCASCADE R cascade frontal face default .xml, and then also I will use my eye cascade classifier is equals to cb2.cascade classifier. I will pass HARCASCADE R cascade eye.xml, and then I will open my camera cb2.video capture capture. I will use my external camera, and then I will open infinite loop, and then I will read my image cap.read, and then I will convert my image to my frame to grayscale image cbt color. I will pass frame, and then cb2.color bgr to gray, ray gray. I will use face equals to face cascade dot detect multi-scale to find the coordinates of faces SCALE. I will pass my gray image, and then this is scale factor, and this is minimum neighbors, and then I will write for x, y, w, h in faces. I will crop my faces from grayscale image gray from y to y plus h, and then x to x plus w, and then I will again crop my faces from real image or RGB image. So frame, or I will write frame over here, ROI frame, and y to y plus h, and x to x plus w, and then my eyes coordinate. So eye equals to eye cascade dot detect multi-scale. I will pass my gray image, face of gray image, and then I will pass scale factor as 1.03 and minimum average is your choice, and then I have to write for EX, EY, EW, EH in eyes. I have to draw rectangle. I will pass region of interest frame, means my real face, RGB face, and then I have to write EX, EY, and then EX plus EW, and then EY plus EH. and then suppose blue image 255 0 0 and then 2 as thickness. Finally I will display my image cb2.imso. One title, suppose eye detection from video, and then I have to pass frame, and if I press enter it will destroy my window. So wait key 1 equals 13, or I can write 27. So if I press escape key it will destroy my window. I will write break. I will release my camera and then cb2.destroy all windows. So guys, I have used two classifier, R cascade frontal face default and R cascade eye. I have opened my camera. I have to open infinite loop because this is my video. This is my detection of eye from video. And I have read my image. I have converted my image to grayscale image, and then I have used detect multiscale method to find the coordinate of faces, and from this coordinate of faces I have to crop my faces from both RGB image and grayscale image, and then I have to detect coordinates of also eye. So I have to draw rectangle over these eyes, and finally I have to display my image. If I press enter key from keyboard it will destroy my window. Now if I execute shift enter, you can see my image. It is not too much accurate. I will change my scale factor and minimum neighbors. Suppose if I write here 1.5 and suppose minimum neighbor is 8, and if I execute this code shift enter, this is okay, fine. You can change the scale factor and minimum neighbor. I will leave this work to you guys. So change the scale factor and minimum neighbor value so that your accuracy will be high. So this is how you can detect your eye from video. I have changed my face coordinate. I have to change my eyes coordinate. So this is my mistake. I will write same. I will write 1.5 here and suppose 8 here. 8 here. Shift enter. Okay. I hope this is better than previous. So it successfully detected my eye. So if I'm moving here and here, sorry, okay. So this is accurate. So you have to put your scale factor a little bit high and also a little bit high of your minimum neighbor. Okay. Now if I press enter, it will destroy my window. So this is how you can detect eye from your video. Now guys, next topic. How can we detect eye and face at the same time from image? Detect eye and face means we have to put rectangle in both eye and face. So this is not so hard. I will simply copy this cell. I will copy code from this cell, Ctrl C, and I will paste over here, Ctrl B. And what I am going to do is I will draw rectangle in my face also. So I have to write rectangle over here, cb2.rectangle, ngle rectangle, img dot I have to pass x y and x plus w and y plus h, and then I will define color. Suppose white color. So 255 and 255 means this is white color. If the combination of BGR is all 25, then it will be white. And then I will write thickness as 2. Now I will execute this code. So other are similar, means same. Okay, shift enter. You can see here face is covered by white boundary and eye is covered by blue boundary. So in this way you can put your boundary in your both face and eye. Now if I press any key, it will destroy my window. In the same way, I can write another topic. How can we detect eye and face at the same time from live video? I will again copy this code. How to detect eye from video, okay? Control V, and then here I have to write cb2.rectangle. I have to pass my frame, and then xy, x plus w, and y plus h, and then suppose white color 255 and 255, and the thickness is suppose 2. Now I will execute this code. So shift enter. So you can see my face and eye. So my face is covered by white color, white boundary, and my eye is covered by blue boundary. So if I press enter, it will destroy my window. So this is how you can detect eye and face at the same time from live video. And guys, one thing, if you want to learn face recognition very clearly, you can go to my machine learning and data science playlist, and you can find face recognition demo, face recognition part 1, part 2, part 3, and GUI face recognizer from this playlist, face recognition part 5. I will show you some demo. So I will execute this code. So guys, the output looks like this. I have made this by using tkinter, GUI, and OpenCV. And now if I press this button, capture the image, I will press this button. Let's see what happens. So you can see my face in the right side, and it will display my name, age, and address. So one click on this button, it will destroy my image, and it will display my image and also my identity. And also if I click on this button, predict face from live video, I will click on this. So you can see my name over rectangle, above the rectangle. So you can follow face recognition part 1, part 2, part 3, and GUI SDR to learn about face recognition very clearly. So guys, you can follow my this machine learning and data science project to do all this project, and you can follow my tutorial machine learning and data science to learn about NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and many more. So you can find everything in my channel IG Tech Team. So guys, how is this video? I have completed this all agenda. I have explained about what is OpenCV and computer vision. I have explained about how to read an image, RGB image, grayscale image, binary image, resizing our image, rotation and translation of our image, object detection. In object detection we have read face detections, eye detections, open webcam, capturing image, detecting face. So this is all about OpenCV. Guys, if you want this slideshow, you can do comment, and in comment you have to paste your email ID. So if you want this slideshow, please do comment. I will reply as soon as possible. So guys, how is this video? If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And guys, see you in the next video. Thank you.